Joining the debate tonight is liberal commentator Roosevelt Mitchell.
Roosevelt Mitchell, he's an educator.
Educator, author, and political consultant, Roosevelt Mitchell.
Dude dropped nothing but knowledge on his social media. Roosevelt Mitchell III.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? I hope everybody is doing well. I'm your host, Roosevelt Mitchell III, an educator, author, political commentator, and all of those good things. And I thank all of you for joining and for checking this out. And please, I encourage you to follow me on Instagram at the Mitchell File, and also like and share this if you can. So today I wanted to briefly speak about the principal that has gone viral. I don't know if you have heard, but over the last 2 days, a principal in South Carolina has gone viral because he picked up a second job. He was a stocker at Walmart as a second job to give all of the money for the students who needed it within his school, right? Which is a very, very, very noble thing, which is a great thing, because we know that our students, some of our students are not as in a great financial space as others. Right. So as educators, first and foremost, going off the Maslow hierarchy of needs, right? You got to have the basic needs. It's hard to teach students when they don't have the basic needs at home, when they don't have a coat in it's wintertime, when they have to worry about the lights being shut off at home, when they have to worry about a variety of things. It's hard for them to come to school and focus, and we want them to pay attention, and the teachers have to be rigorous, and we want to raise their higher level thinking, and we want them to be well rested for a test and pass the district level testing. All of these things are secondary when you don't have your basic needs at home. And I understand that. I've been through that. So with that being said, I want to just fill you in on a little bit from the story. A high school principal in North Charleston, South Carolina, went viral for taking on extra overnight jobs at Walmart to help his students in need. And it says the principal name is Henry Darby, and he stated that he didn't want to ask for money. He really wanted to keep this on the wraps because he didn't want anyone to know exactly what he was doing, and he basically stated that he has students who have nowhere to stay. He has students who really, really needed the help. And one part about it that I want to speak about, and everybody's giving him praise, and he's a super educator, in which he is, to not only serve your students during the daytime, during school, but also to serve them while they're going home. You picking up extra shifts just to help them. That's very, very noble. But I want to pose this question. As an educator myself, how did we get here? He's being praised for this, but why should he have to work a second job to help students who have no money? Like, we live in the richest nation on earth, right? So why are our students, kids, going without to where he have to do this, right? That's one side of the coin. The second side is, again, as an educator, he's not paid enough money to just even donate some of his salary. Like, look, I'm paid well, my bills are paid, I pay back my student loans, I'm good. I can give them 10% of my earnings just to help them out. So just the mere fact of going to school for all of those years, getting your undergrad degree, student teaching, passing the praxis test, and then have to go back to school, get a master's, pass the principal certification test, have so many years of experience and interview just so you can get a principal job after having to serve as an AP, an assistant principal first. So just to go through all of these years and years and years of preparation and schooling and tens of thousands of dollars in student loans, or maybe even, or just tuition. He may not even need a student loan, in just tuition, in order to get to this space to where you have to work a second job just to help out your students. So being in the space, and my first teaching job was I got paid $26,700. I taught special education and I coached, and I still didn't hit 30 grand that year, right? So I understand the little money that educators make, and most educators are not there for money. They are there for impact and change. So even with impact and change, you still want to help outside of the building, because you understand the holistic approach as an educator, educating a student, educating a child. So although he went viral, there are still many, many other principals. There are still many, many other administrators around the country who are probably doing the same thing, who are definitely having the same issue of the students not being able to afford coats and jackets and etc. So how can we fix this? Right? Because this is just one school. I mean, you know, Walmart donated 50,000 once the story blew up. They did a GoFundMe of he raised another 50, 60 grand. So that's great for them. But what about across the country, other students like this? How can we fix this in order so all of our students are taken care of, right? And that's my question to everybody. What can we do as a community? I know it's public education, but this is ultimately not about education. It's about wealth and the money inside of our communities. Unfortunately, it's a lot of kids, it's a lot of families struggling. So how can we not have to do this as an educator, and how can we avoid this as students suffering to that point? I would love to hear your thoughts, so please leave a comment in the section below. And until next time, my friends, be blessed and be encouraged.